You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. Go there if you got a question. And who had a question? I'm gonna keep them anonymous because keep me anonymous. I'm like, okay, I guess I will. Some of them I understand, others I don't. We'll just play it safe and keep them anonymous. The young man writes, "Hey Aaron, I would like for you to do a video request on minimalism. I just downloaded and read your book, Enjoyed the Decline. There's a very good chapter on minimalism and how to apply it to your life. Since I have all the things I want, example, a nice car, BMW 318, beautiful girlfriend, big TV, PlayStation 4. Oh, get rid of that PlayStation 4, dude. That is worthless. That'll suck up your time. I destroyed mine and filmed it. I hate it. And a nice apartment. My goal now is to work as little as possible, maximize freedom, and pay little to no taxes." There you go, man. You're going Galt. All right. "I've calculated that I only need to work 13 hours a week on minimum wage to pay for my rent, food, gas, and power. I have also decided to purchase a mountain bike and only use my car for grocery shopping and emergencies." Well, then why do you need a Beamer if it's just going to be a grocery getter? I mean, you already paid it off, so I mean, it's a moot point. But when you replace it, don't think you got to get yourself another fucking import. In fact, I have worked out I only need to earn $11,000 a year as I have no debt and have paid for all my stuff in cash. I've also been applying for part-time jobs that are 2 shifts max and offer 13 to 16 hours of work a week. See, now what's great is when you do that, you like leave them wanting more. And you're in the, as I mentioned in I think it was Enjoy the Decline, but also Bachelor Pad Economics. If you don't need them, that puts you in a supremely superior position. So when they say, well, we need you to come in, you say, I don't need it. You're going to have to pay me thrice the amount. Oh, you have to pay me that. Sometimes they do pay. So if anybody says, hey, do you want to do this job? You really don't want it. Like, no, I'm happy right now. I don't need the money. And then you can bluff because you can call the bluff because you don't need the money. So they say, well, we need you to come. Yeah, it's going to be $50 an hour. Well, that's, I'm not interested. Well, okay, hang on. That happens more than you fucking realize. So and then they say, well, no, we're not going to pay it. Fine, okay, I'm going to go back to play video games. So I think that's pretty good. The jobs I've been applying for: security guard work, library assistant, grocery assistant. Why grocery assistant? Why? You're busy with your hands. You can't sit down and do jack shit. You gotta, if you like it. All right. I actually have an interview tomorrow for a part-time night auditor position. There you go. Ironically, even though I seem to have a nice lifestyle, I'll be earning only $12,000 to $14,000 a year. Because of that, the government says this is too low, and therefore I will be entitled to additional benefits such as an extra $65 a week for accommodation, supplement, food stamps, and free health care. There you go. That's it. This is how it's done. Not only do I pay $1,500 in taxes a year, I receive back $3,400 back in government benefits. Virtually paying no taxes. Well, not even paying no taxes. You get negative taxes. You get a subsidy from the taxpayer. That's brilliant. And working only 2 shifts a week max, allowing me to enjoy other activities such as going to the gym, playing video games, watching movies, spending time with my girlfriend, etc. Dude, that is the way to do it. I wish I would have done that. Once I banged my head trying to get into banking, I should have done that right off the bat. Can you please do a video on minimalism and how bizarre the system is for rewarding people for doing less work? I was happy just working less to escape from mindless coworkers and the tyranny of the boss. But if the government insists on giving additional handouts, I can't say no to that. As always, let me know what your price is. Thanks, Anonymous. Well, I mean, the benefits of minimalism are many. If you don't need that much to survive in the world, that means, in short, the maximum amount of freedom because you don't answer to a boss or you need that boss that much less. Also, it is very wise because you can't take your money with you. Yes, it is nice to have nice things, but in the end, when you realize the most important thing is other people and you have your girlfriend, and obviously she doesn't care about how much money you make, that's great. That might be a keeper there. Once you realize that the most important thing is your friends and loved ones and family, fuck work. You work really truly. Once you realize that you really see work for what it is a chore. It is a necessary evil that you should do as little of as possible to sustain your life so you could go and enjoy life and have fun. Because as I pointed out before, I can't remember if it was Bachelor Pad or Enjoy the Decline. Do you think Bill Gates is going to live any longer than I am? Or any longer than somebody on welfare? I mean, we are past the point where we're dying of tuberculosis and the life expectancy is 35. Everybody's got food. Shit, the fucking poor people are fatter than fuck because they're lazy as fuck and they get all the free food in the world. Oh, it's a bad diet. They don't know to eat their vegetables. Yeah, whatever. Okay, fat asses. So the life expectancy of somebody who's very poor versus somebody who's very rich, oh, maybe there's a couple years, but Bill Gates has pretty much the exact same time as everybody else. So why the fuck would you bust your ass off, especially for an ungrateful country like the United States or Australia or any European country or Canada, when they're just going to say, you're benefited unfairly, you're rich, we hate you, give us more of your money. Fuck that bullshit. Go have fun. Absolutely. So there's a ton of benefits to minimalism. Absolutely. I mean, one of the greatest things that I discovered is like the less shit you have, the smaller the house you need. And this is something that I wish women would fucking learn. You don't need all your shit. When you have all this shit, it's got to be put somewhere. You say, well, we'll put it in storage, which you rent. You will rent per square foot, proportionately, linearly, proportionally. Directly related to the amount of crap you have. And if you get rid of all your crap, like me, all my stuff will fit in my truck. All of it. All of it. Not the motorcycles, but all of the stuff that's in my house. I can throw it in a truck and I can go anywhere. And that means I need very little. I remember one time I had tenant on one side, I had tenant down below, and then I had a roommate. Me and my buddy lived in it because I took the living room and he took the bedroom. And it was fine because both him and I had stuff that would more or less fit in one room. That's it. And so the amount of crap you need, the amount of square surface you need, the size of your house, which is your number one expense, living quarters, lodging, goes down dramatically. So if you can fit in one room, and that's all you really, and not only does your number one expense go down and dramatically improve your finances, you have so much freedom. Like, fuck you, I'm getting up and I'm getting out of here. It is the way to go. If you truly want to be an American, you be a minimalist. So the philosophy, the reason to be a minimalist is compelling. There's no reason not to. I don't care how much money I ever make. I'm not buying a bunch of crap, frankly, because I don't want to clean it. I want to spend it on experiences. I'd rather buy my friends food. I'd rather help out one of my buddy's kids go to college. I don't need a $1,000 armoire. I don't need a Ferrari. So it is compelling for those of you who are smarter. Minimalism is the logical choice. It's the only choice. Now, this bizarre, obviously warped incentives that come about, it's not bizarre when you find out where it comes from. You think about where it comes from. Where does it come from? Where does this incentive not to work, where you are paid not to work, where does it come from? It basically comes from two groups of people through a democracy. We have a democracy. One, lazy people who just want free shit, and then women who are emotional and like to feed the whole world. Fuck the finances and the math. That's the maths. The maths are hard. It's just, oh my God, this is so much money. I want to love the whole world and the poor and the retarded and the children and the elderly and the sick. Here, take all of this other guy's money. Take my husband's money, not my money, because I don't know the man. He does the finances. It comes from those two people. People who are lazy and just want other people's money, and they vote in Democrat, Labor, leftist, socialist parties. And then it comes from women who also vote in leftist, but I think their primary incentive is that they're nurturing. They want to take care of everybody. Oh my God, the poor bum. Oh, fuck it that he came from rich parents and that he screwed it all over and he's a drug addict and oh, he's just oppressed by the evil patriarchy and white males. Here's more of my husband's money. What's the national debt? I don't know. Like, the electricity's on. My goodness, doesn't matter. And that's where it comes from. Women want to feel good about giving people money and, quote, helping them out. Fuck enabling, but they think it's helping them out. And then it's also people who want to take money from the government. That's basically what it is. Now, you would say, whoa, am I not being immoral? No, because you're saying, no, I work. You probably vote conservative, say, if taxes were lower, but if these are the rules, and I've had plenty of clients in the past have a moral issue, like, should I really collect government? I'm like, fuck yes, take the motherfucking money and run. Did you vote this in? See, that's the one moral thing. Like, if you vote conservative, libertarian, Republican, Tory, whatever, to lower spending on social programs and theft, basically, legal theft, but then you're outvoted and they vote this shit in, absolutely. You did the right thing, you voted the right way. The parasites and the stupid math-impaired women won. And yay, socialism, free shit for everybody, paid by my hubby. Hubby, get the money. Some stranger at the door wants it. Fuck our children. They're white. They don't need it. They're privileged. I don't know who this guy is. He's obvious. Give him more of your money. Because it makes me feel good. You don't want me to be unhappy. Not advocating that. Don't ever see what. Oh my God. Anyway, so no, you have no moral. Once you vote the right way, you try to do it. Okay, these are the rules. I didn't get my rules put in. All right, fine. The new rules are we parasite off of everyone, and if it's in your economic interest to do so, absolutely do it. So it's not. I don't know. I guess I've been stooped in this environment and this economy for so long. I'm just used to it. I mean, I'm like, well, yeah. More than 50% vote in socialism. They want free shit, and they want other people to pay for it. And I will keep hounding women because they consistently vote left. They consistently vote to increase the size of the state. They consistently vote to undo the thousands of years that Western civilization has fought, enslaved, and died for by the billions to have us be free of a government. I will shame them and bring that up because they vote. And if they want to be treated like equal, I am treating them like an equal. Say, hey, stop feeling with your fucking emotions. But since that's the way these people have voted, that's where it comes from. That's why we have this bizarre system. Up until, we could say, the Great Society, 60 years ago, this wouldn't work because your society would collapse like the Soviet Union did. People have to work. But we've had so much economic growth in through capitalism, and as of more recently, our economic growth hasn't been able to keep up with the parasitism. That's why we have government deficits. Leftists, please look at the budget before you say it's the wars and it's the military spending that throws us into. Please look at the budget because you're wrong. I mean, it hasn't helped, I'll grant you that. But the vast majority is basically paying parasites. That's what it is giving money to people who are parasitic and don't support themselves. So, and since that garners votes and it makes women's feelings feel better, that's the system we have. That's why. So I understand from a genetic or a logical standpoint, like evolutionarily speaking, we've only had this bizarro world system for 60 years. So on a logical, intuitive, instinctual, genetic even level, you might say, well, this is weird, this is bizarre. But I don't know, I guess as an economist, I've just been mired in it for so long and like, well, yeah, these idiots over here vote for parasitism and socialism and theft. That's what they vote for, that's why. But this is the way to fight it, man. You are going Galt. This is the way everyone should do it. Unless you have like a really cake job, unless you're just killing it. If you're having trouble finding a job and you're just barely getting by, like you think you're the working poor, fuck, don't be working poor. Work like that much. Minimize. Become a minimalist. Need as little as you possibly can. Find happiness in your friends and loved ones. And then, absolutely take as much government fucking money and run. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because if they're going to offer it, only you are the fool for not taking it. So, anyway, hope that explains some things and kind of, you didn't sound like you had any moral questions like you're losing sleep. You just seemed a little bit perplexed about it. But that's why it happens. And you know what? As soon as the parasites decide to actually be independent, they truly decide to start being equals, and women decide to start being logical and not emotional, and they actually start acting like men and say, hey, we should look up this budget before we start voting on it, instead of, Hillary has a badge, she's got my vote. It's time for a woman, and it's about time. Until that shit ends, keep feeding at the trough, man. Keep taking advantage of the situation. Keep taking that free government cheese. Toodles.